What's up, crypto fam? Welcome back to another R Bitcoin Top 10 past 24 hours for June 30th. As always, links will be in the description, as well as 10% off crypto displays and a link to my coin tree with everything else over there. Number 10, we got today, Bitcoin is just 6% of gold and 43% of silver. It is hard to put into words how early we are. That's a good way to look at it. It's astonishing when you zoom out. Bitcoin is only 12 years old and yet gained 4% of gold market, which is more than 4,000 years out there. It's simply a breathtaking market growth. It's crazy. Number 9, we got Germany to open floodgates to Bitcoin investing. $1.8 trillion German spezialfonds Bitcoin starting 1st of July. Trustnodes.com article there. Nice. Number 8, I made this 3D animation of Satoshi creating Bitcoin's Genesis block. Oh man, what do we have here? We got audio? I don't hear any audio. I don't think there's any audio. My audio doesn't seem to be working anyway. So weird. Oh, it's on a loop too. Okay. Nice. It's almost just like a card though. I don't know. Number 7 was in the Wall Street Journal this morning. Bitcoin for the people. In the coming months, we will be making Bitcoin easy to access through America's financial institutions. From community banks to global firms, hundreds of millions of customers will gain access to this new and powerful network. As the technology leaders that bring innovation to the financial ecosystem, we are proud to come together to help make Bitcoin accessible to all. All right, very interesting. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these brands. Yeah, me neither. So, interesting. Number 6, we got Google has lifted its ban on crypto advertisements. Google recently updated their policy regarding Google Ads and will now allow ads related to cryptocurrency exchanges and wallet providers or wallets provided they have registered with FinCEN. This change is set to take effect in August 2021. As you may recall, the ban was imposed in March 2018 and lasted almost 3 years. This easing of crypto advertising restrictions is a positive sign. Google appears to be warming up to the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general, as many governments, financial institutions, and private companies are increasingly liberalizing their crypto policy these days. What do you think? All right. What do we think? Yeah, Google isn't warming up to it. It's all about money, honestly, and how they can kind of monitor stuff too. Number 5, never sell your Bitcoin. Hello, everyone. I just want to see what the overall consensus was on selling Bitcoin. The well-known Bitcoin advocate Michael Saylor has already stated that you should never sell your Bitcoin and that you should hold on to it for life. He argues that when you sell your Bitcoin, you're taxed, but if you hold on to it, you can borrow against the Bitcoin tax-free at a decent interest rate. Platforms such as BlockFi offer this type of service. What do you guys think about this? If I double my investment during the next bull run, it would be tempting not to sell a little bit for liquidity purposes. I do love Bitcoin and the direction it's going, so I plan on investing in this for the long term regardless of short-term price fluctuations. Thanks. So lots of big opinions down below. Number 4, Bitcoin's hash rate falls 50% from its peak in May 2021. Seriously, and free of sarcasm, thank you, China. You did us a big favor with your miner ban. Forever grateful, Hodlers. Yeah, I was talking to somebody today about this. How you could clearly see like how much the hash rate dropped off because of that. That's crazy. All right. Number 3. So I had an argument with my dad about crypto. Once in a while, I think to myself, let's give my mom and dad a visit, since I'm obviously the most favorite son of three, so I went there to watch some football, and it was nice and fun. All of a sudden, during the commercial break, my dad asked, "Son, do you have money invested in Bitcoin?" I replied, "Of course I did." Nothing that he, as an old-fashioned retired stock guy who likes to argue, was starting an argument about it. He started ranting on how it's just one big scam and all those other Bitcoins, meaning altcoins, red, are even more so, and they have no real value or use now or in the future. So I asked why he was thinking that, given the fact that his statement was so absolute. The poor man based his assumption on just one article in the Financial Times and other articles, but he couldn't clarify which ones. He also stated that he never seen any blockchain in use in practice, so I started to explain what blockchain does and what's the difference between different coins or tokens. He simply replied, "If you believe that, then you are a believer and just as well join a church." With those kind of arguments, you can't you can basically never lose one. However, long story short, don't try to be a good son, don't argue with your dad, and don't cut the brakes on your dad's car, you will regret it. That's funny, like a church. I've actually talked to people about like a Bitcoin church or whatever. Number 2, we got 28 million US customers will now be able to buy Bitcoin via their banks. Forbes.com article there. It's not just NCRFI, so that's the ones that we saw on the other one. Hundreds of millions of bank customers globally will have access to this network. Boomers can now buy Bitcoin. Yeah, that's interesting. And number 1, WTF, we need younger and smarter politicians. Government must have power to reverse crypto transactions, says co-chair of Blockchain Caucus. Finance.yahoo.com. For most people, if they're going to have a big part of their net worth tied up in crypto assets, they're going to want to have that security blanket of trusted third parties that can solve the problem. People who want that could buy through an ETF or similar financial setup managed by a third party. A lot of people, however, believe that such trusted third party is exactly the one that will cause most of the problems. Yep. And that's it for the Our Bitcoin Top 10 past 24 hours. As always, everything's down below. Peace, love, and hodl.